Welcome to Breakfast with Spaniels with Dr. Judy Morgan. Remember, you can purchase all of Dr. Morgan's products at her website at www.drjudymorgan.com. Now it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's cloudy and cool, which that's a beautiful day because it's not 99 and 97% humidity. And I'm getting very anxious to hit the road and go meet our new granddaughter at the end of this week. That will be awesome. Okay. My phone says no, it's not doing it. Interesting. Okay. I can't see comments. I can't do anything because it's not doing it. Well, hi guys. Welcome aboard. Good morning. I'll try one more way to do this. Okay, so I saw that the Friday 5 went out, and I thought I would talk a little bit about mental stimulation for our pets. There was a part of the Friday 5 that showed a kitty cat getting some mental stimulation, but I think that we really don't. There we go. I think that we don't pay enough attention to this, and particularly during COVID. I mean, over the summer, I know we've all been outside more. We've been able to do a little bit, except when it's 99 degrees and humid. So we've been able to get our pets out and do a little bit more with them. And I did a consultation with somebody from London on Wednesday, and her dog has heart disease, but the dog is an agility dog. It's a little 3.5 pounder, cute. But he does agility and obedience work and really loves it. He's a fire personality. He wants to get out there and go and talk about it. And she said one of the saddest parts of his diagnosis is that she's being told to restrict his activity. And it's a very important part of her life and her dog's life. And she realizes how important it is for this dog to have something to stimulate him mentally, and that the loss of that would be really just dreadful because we're not about just extending life, we're about extending quality of life. So if you have a pet that you do agility or nose work or obedience competition or even conformation competition, lure coursing, barn hunt, whatever it is that you do, hiking, if you haven't been able to do that, that can have a huge effect on the mental stability of your dog. Or, some people do a lot of exercise and train their cats to do a lot of things. And being stuck at home and not being able to go out, a lot of the competitions have been canceled, postponed, and training has stopped in groups, and that can have a huge detrimental effect on your pets. So you need to find other ways to keep them mentally stimulated, and particularly if you've been home with your animals for a long time and now you're going back to work, or for those who have been home with their kids at home doing homeschooling and now everybody's going back to school. We see this every year, the end of August, beginning of September, when the family's been home all summer and now everybody walks out the door the day after Labor Day. At least that's when it is around here. Everybody walks out the door and the dog stands there and goes, well, what now? And so a lot of destructive behaviors or anxiety ridden behaviors start to pop up because nobody prepped these animals for everybody leaving. Um, and so, whether it's they're not able to do, somebody had sent me a thing with their dog sitting outside a nursing home. It's a dog who's used for therapy visits. The dog loves therapy visits. And once they said nobody can come into nursing homes, she said, well, I'll try doing visits outside the window. And the dog was distraught. The dog said, I want to get to those people. Why can't I get to those people? Why can't I comfort those people? So, for that dog, needed to find another way for that dog to feel like he was still doing a job, still being useful, still contributing. So you basically just have to devise new things. So you can buy. We have one little agility courses that are lightweight that you can set up in your own backyard so that you can still work with your pet, practice with your pet. If you don't have a backyard, you can figure out how to do that in the house. For people who live in apartments, it gets a little bit trickier. You can use puzzle games. So this is a very old one that we've had for a long time. But basically, there's little holes to put hide the treats or whatever you want to put in there, pieces of food, and the dogs have to learn to push. And cats can use these too. Our cats go crazy for these if we put the freeze-dried hearts in there. But they have to learn to use their nose or their paw to pull these off to get the treat underneath. Once that's out of the way, then they have to learn how to slide these to get the treats out of the way. There are more difficult ones that have multiple layers that have to spin. So you can use these for dogs or cats to hide healthy snacks in for them to use. And then we also have the boxes for the cats, which the Friday 5 that went out has a picture of Edward in the sushi box. They have cute pictures on the side so that when the head of the cat sticks out, you can get really good Instagram photos. That's what those are really made for. But every time Edward gets a new box, oh, these are made by Nina Otteson. We have them on our website, on the drjudymorgan.com website. I think we have 3 or 4 different ones. And the Nina Ottesons, that's a Swedish company. They were one of the originals. I've loved their toys for probably the past 25 years. But even for the cats, having... And you know what? If you don't want to get a cute box, listen, you're getting stuff by mail order all the time. Let your cats play with the box for a couple of days. Cut a hole in it. If it comes with beans in it, that's an even bigger. It's a big mess for you, but that's a free for all for cats. They have a really, really good time. Make sure you take out any plastic wrappings that they could cause suffocation. Cats get their heads stuck in plastic bags all the time. For dogs, if you don't have toys, you can play hide and seek. And for senior dogs, you may not have to hide them in really hidden places. Hiding it in the middle of the floor sometimes is enough for those guys. For dogs that are down and have a hard time getting up, even placing treats just an inch past where they can reach makes them have to move themselves a little bit, search around a little bit. They make snuffle mats. We don't have those on the website, but a snuffle mat is basically a blankie that's made with all kinds of different things where you can hide treats sort of under little pockets or in the deep fibers, so that they have to work their way around through the snuffle mat to find things that are hidden in there. It's really just about giving them a game and some stimulation. Even taking the hard rubber toys that have the holes in them that you can fill them with treats or whatever, something like some organic pumpkin smashed into that, put it in the freezer, give them that to lick. It'll keep them busy for 20 minutes, depending on how aggressive they are with it. But it gives them something. You could mix a little baby food in with that to give it a little bit better flavor that they really want to go get. You can get the balls that have the little holes where they roll it around and the treats fall out of the holes. The little cocoa therapy training treats that are only about that big work really well for those sorts of things, because as they're rolling the toy around, the treats fall out. They were originally made to put kibble in. You all know how I feel about kibble, but a cocoa therapy training treat falling out of the hole is awesome. So you can find healthy things to put in there. For our guys, we almost always use the freeze-dried hearts from Momentum, and we'll cut them into pieces. So they're not eating a whole bunch of them, but there's little pieces hidden in these little doors, and they love that. You could also cut those up and put them in those balls that the treats drop out of. Bone broth is an excellent thing to freeze inside the treat toys. That works really well. It's nice and healthy, really good for arthritic dogs. So if you have a dog who's down and is not as mobile, you can still give them something that's very healthy for them, that will entertain them. And bone broth for old dogs whose kidneys, or old cats whose kidneys might not be working as well, who are arthritic, because remember, the water system is kidneys and bladder, controls bones. So a lot of times as they're getting older, those kind of things start to become problematic together. So things like the bone broth are going to be really healthy. If you are brave and don't mind the smell, the Answers fish stock would be awesome to freeze inside those things as well. Very, very healthy for them. Just kind of smelly. Okay, I got to go back and find it. Oh, we play Go Find. I put the dogs in a room and shut the door and hide cut-up treats all over the condo, and then open the door and yell Go Find, and they go nuts. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of thing that we want. Yeah, and you can make, if you don't want to buy a toy, you can make things like this. Somebody said a muffin tin. So a muffin tin can be great, and you can put little covers over it where they have to, you be creative. Be creative, even with an obstacle course through the house. I've seen some great videos that people are making obstacle courses for their kids, but people are making them for their dogs. In my pain course, she was showing an arthritic, painful cat that they'd been doing a lot of work on, and they were trying to do physical therapy and have some physical therapy at home to go along with the physical therapy that the cat was getting in the office. And this video, this woman was so creative in her home, making an obstacle course for the kitty cat where it had to, kind of jump up on a chair and then down off the chair. She put little bolsters across the doorway. And then as the cat got stronger and stronger, she raised, 2 bolsters, 3 bolsters. So the cat had to jump over them. And she trained this cat. I don't know if she used treats or toys, but literally this cat would go around and around over her house, through the doorways, jumping over these things, up on things, climbing. So you can have a lot of fun with this, and you just have to find something that motivates them to do it. When we were in our old house, the downstairs had the stairway and the powder room in the center, and then basically a big circle through all the rooms downstairs. And I would sometimes come home from work and I've got all this pent up, like, oh my God, I've been inside all day. I just need to, run. I need to do something. And so I would, and if we couldn't go outside, we would do this inside. I would say, let's go. And the pack of dogs, so we had, 8 or 9 at the time, I would start to run circles around that, and they would chase me, and we would do laps, and then I would reverse course and go the other way. And we would get the entire pack going. It's kind of like, when you were a kid in the above ground circle swimming pools, and you would, go in circles and make a whirlpool. Well, we were literally making a doggy whirlpool in our house, and sometimes the cats would even get in on it. So you can do all kinds of things to entertain them, but it is really important. If you've got border collies, Australian cattle dogs, they're herding dogs. They need a job. So you're going to have to find something to keep them entertained, to keep their mind sharp. For senior pets, it is so important. It's sort of like senior people. I do a crossword puzzle every day now to stimulate my brain. Like, it doesn't get enough stimulation with all the other stuff I do, but just to think outside my box. Carmina says she trained her cat Ollie to high five and jump through a hoop. It's so easy to train cats if you have the right treats. play hide and seek with the dogs. Yeah, your husband does that with dogs. It's really important. We have people from all over the world this morning. Puppy training treats, I would use those cocoa therapy treats, or the freeze-dried hearts work really well. The cocoa therapy carnivore meatballs are awesome. You can break them in pieces. Well, yeah, cocoa therapy is victim of shipping and processing products with COVID, just like every other company right now. So we'll wait. The products are so awesome. We'll wait. It's not a problem.